as I went over to vote, my team kept me posted on different questions that had been asked. So let me just say to you, Mr. Libby, I associate myself with the questions of Senator Menendez. I was going to ask you about the Lanchin corridor and how you can help resolve that pretty desperate situation as part of the broader effort you said with respect to Armenia and Azerbaijan. Senator Romney and others touched on the Djibouti issue. Obviously, we have an important presence there, but so does the PRC, and obviously trying to reconcile those in a way that serves our interests is a priority. I do have one last question for Mr. Eichenreich. And before I ask it, and Senator Romney has to leave, I do want to thank your wife, Rachel, who you introduced, who is in consular affairs, as you know, but just so others know, and who was pivotal in helping an 89-year-old constituent of mine from Maryland get out of Sudan during the violence. So let me thank you for your efforts there. So here's the question regarding Palau, and I should say that I just gathered with a couple of my colleagues, some from this committee and others, at a meeting that was convened by the ambassadors of Australia and New Zealand, together with Senator Schatz and others, convened with a lot of the Pacific Island country ambassadors, and some had representatives that serve in the United States, but up at the United Nations. And it was a great turnout. We had a great meeting. And I think that the Biden administration is doing a good job in signaling the United States wants to engage much more with the Pacific Island countries. And you're going to, of course, play an important role in that effort if confirmed as the ambassador to Palau. My colleagues have covered the issue of the compact, but one of the issues that comes up constantly with some of the Pacific Island countries has to do with encroachment on their EEZs and their fishing rights, and the fact that many in the region, including the PRC, don't respect their sovereignty, whereas the United States stands for a free and open Pacific Ocean and respect for sovereignty. Could you comment a little bit on what we can do to help Palau, in particular, defend their fisheries against incursions from others? These are countries that don't have a lot of resources, and to what extent is that part of our effort under the compact?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the question. Let me first say I'm very proud of my wife. She's been a wonderful consular officer for about 15 years now, and not only has she helped your constituent, I know she's helped hundreds, if not thousands, of people get out of Sudan and Ethiopia and Afghanistan and other places. Very, very proud of her. In terms of Palau and PRC incursions and all, Palau is no stranger to PRC's aggressive and coercive activities. In addition to the illegal incursions into their exclusive economic zones, as you mentioned, in the IUU fishing, Palau has been the victim of economic coercion, with China turning off all tourism heading to Palau. And Chinese economic activities in Palau have brought allegations of cybercrime, drug and human trafficking, and corruption and money laundering. What we can do to help Palau in terms of the EEZ and IUU issues is, one, to help Palau build its own capacity, and we have Coast Guard programs in place, both to help with maritime domain awareness and the ship rider program in place. USAID has active programs to help with IUU fishing more on the coastal fisheries management side. We also need to work with partners in the region, Japan, Republic of Korea, Australia. They're all interested in contributing to this, to solving this issue. And then there's also the international effort, the Port States Measures Agreement, and the United States is trying to help countries like Palau become members and become active, and that's an international effort to end IUU fishing.
Thank you. Thank all of you for your testimony today. The record will be open until the close of business tomorrow, June 14th, and this hearing is now adjourned. Thank you all.